so I want to go through this diagram here showing how the Redpoint CDP works directly on top of Snowflake. So let's start from the left here. We've got our external data sources. That's obviously key to a CDP, bringing in everything together. And as you can see here, we've got data sources feeding into the Redpoint CDP as well as feeding directly into Snowflake. And that's a really key thing to consider here is how the Redpoint CDP works is you can bring data directly into the CDP through our automated data ingestion and data quality, or it can be brought in with existing technology you're using, such as dbt, Fivetran we have down here. So it's already sitting in Snowflake, and then the Redpoint CDP can work directly with that. As you move across, you'll see going from the automated data ingestion and data quality, it's building directly on top of Snowflake these customer profiles. So that means that Redpoint CDP compute is happening on our side, but all of the data is being persisted and staying exactly where it needs to be in Snowflake. Going to the right here, we've got unification and identity resolution, key part of our Redpoint CDP that we've talked about before. This is where we bring all of those identities together. We're doing our match and merge, our resolution, and all along the way, we're providing metrics for data observability and measurement. And that's what you'll see in the dashboards that we have available around data observability. And finally, you get into segmentation activation. Again, all of these three components are working directly on that customer profile inside of Snowflake. So whenever you're building segments, you're activating from it, you're creating any information you want to add along the way from your CDP into that profile is sitting inside Snowflake the whole time, which means all of the other systems that you have connected into Snowflake can work directly with that profile, sit on top of that existing set of processes. Another really key point to consider in this diagram is, again, we're leveraging as much of Snowflake as possible. Then as you move to the right, this allows, the Redpoint CDP allows you to activate against a whole host of downstream destinations, whether it's in this case, we got like Facebook, or it's going to be SendGrid or an email provider or something else. It's allowing you to take those segments, activate them where you need them to activate, but it's taking that sharing and so on. And then finally, you can see underneath that customer touch point, it's feeding back into Snowflake. So that's a really key arrow down the bottom there. It's showing how the Redpoint CDP is working, completely with those customer touch points and those destinations and those sources to feed it back into our system. But if data is being fed back into Snowflake already, that is then accessible by the CDP for the process that we have, automated data ingestion, data quality, through to segmentation activation, all being